Greetings, it is I, the great Arlecchino. I am here today to tell you a little few things about my life. I live with my master, the great Pantalone. Now, he is a pretty good master. He feed me well, he bathe me, he clothe me. He give me a payment of about 3 stones a week. I can trade that in the village for a whole pigeon. And then I take that pigeon home and I think about eating it. Then I feel guilty about attempting to eat it. And then I let it go. So I often have a very hungry belly. My master Pantalone is good to me. He only beats me once a week, black and blue, so that I have colors to match the plumage of my pet pigeon. And then he leave me outside the hospital all bloody and bruised. And that means that the hospital staff can put me back together again after Senior Pantalone is through with me. And I do love my Colombina. I cherish her very much. I find her to be more beautiful than the prospect of a whole meal in one day, as opposed to a few mere scraps that I can pick up from surrounding villages. I have a swivel stick that I use when I go around in the village. Sometimes you have to use brute force to get a point across. Sometimes people don't want to cooperate with you, so you have to use other means of persuasion.
Hello there. It is I, the master of the village, Pantalone. How are you? It is good to see you, looking so firm and fit and healthy. Just waiting for someone of a superior intellect to come along and sweep you off your feet and rob you blind of all your possessions and money. For you see, as a master, Pantalone, there is only one thing that I love in the world, more than myself. And that is money. I do so love the feel of it. I love having my servant Alercchino bring all of my gold together in one place, and then I lie back on the bed and I have him shower me in gold and pennies and jewels and rubies. Oh, I do so love the feeling of them clinging to my little stringy body. And I do got quite a firm figure, eh? This is not chopped liver you are looking at here, eh? You know where I like to keep money? I like to keep money right by my hip, right by my other most prized possessions, my family jewels, you know. How I give on my seed to the world and propagate a whole race of Pantalones. You know, sometimes I have to bring my servant Arlecchino into line. He's so willful, you know. It takes a firm hand to bring him into line. Sometimes I often have to rip him limb from limb and leave him in little pieces. It's like some kind of a human Lego set that only I know the way to put back. And that is when I have finally regained my patience with him and when I feel up to taking him to the hospital. Otherwise, I don't really worry about it too much. I mean, what's the point? You know, servants are a dime a dozen. Certainly there would be a lot better servants than Arlecchino. That's all from me. It has been a pleasure talking to you. I hope to see you again sometime.
Oh, hello. You caught me off guard there. I'm normally always prepared for a prospective student approaching me and asking me for knowledge. However, this morning you've caught me at rather a awkward time. It's that 1 hour between drinks. Normally I'm completely plastered most of the day, but you've actually caught me in that exact frame of time where I failed to drink anything for an hour. I find you have to give the liver a rest sometime. Now, I believe you've come to me because I am the most renowned professor in all of Bologna. You know, often I travel around the countryside and I'm completely shocked and amazed that there are still pockets of villages that have absolutely no idea whatsoever that universities even exist. So I take it upon myself to visit these villages and lend them my not inexhaustive knowledge. Forgive me, like I say, it's between drinks for me. You know, when I'm not endlessly pontificating on one subject or another, I find that the most pleasant thing to do in life is to find one of those fresh young maidens down in the lower class quarters of Italy, and for merely a few doubloons or whatever currency you have in your back pocket, those naughty ladies of the night are prepared to do absolutely anything to please you. Strange thing is, the most gratification that I get is from having my feet tickled by little snapping tortoises. It is a strange perversion that I developed many years ago, just wading in the seas just off the coast of Sicily. And lo and behold, I was dapping my feet gently in the pools of water there, and little snapping turtles came up and started gently picking away at the bottom of my feet. I found these days it's the only way I can maintain an erection. So, yes, as one gets older, one gets weirder, I find. That's, I think, just about enough knowledge from Il Dottore, as one could stomach for one day. So, it's goodbye from me, and hello, Sherry. You know, some people have a hard time understanding that I, Brighella, the brother of Alercchino, am kind of like master of the zonies, you know? I just don't understand, man. I don't say what a great mind is at work here. You see, it takes intellect, and it also takes someone who knows how to wield, a big stick. Oh, Christ, that really hurt. Oh, shit. No, stop. Turn up the camera. Oh my God, I can feel that in my balls. Oh, that sucks. No, you seriously, guys, you have no idea how much that hurt my friggin' hand. Oh, God. You know, there's only one thing that can really take the edge off, you know, when you're in pain, and I find that that's food. You see, when you got a nice big meal behind you, you can face the day better. It's like, it creates a kind of false confidence, but it's enough just from eating one hot dog, right? This one hot dog is enough to get you out that door and making something of your life, you know, because otherwise you'd probably just stay in bed, you know, and you'd waste away, you'd be emaciated, you'd be a bag of bones, and it just wouldn't be, it'd be pointless, you know. It's absolutely pointless. There's just no reason to ever get up in the morning. You know my favorite food? I'll tell you my favorite food. You're gonna like this. This is like an insider trade secret you're getting right here. my favorite food is polecat. Some people might, they hear polecat, they say, I don't like the sound of that. That's a small mammal. I don't know what it's been eating. So what am I putting into my tank here, But I'll tell you something, those polecats, they're gorgeous. They go down like a dream, and sometimes they have babies and you can keep them as pets. That's all I'm saying, it's like a food with so many different advantages going for it, you have no idea. Okay, well, I think that's enough from Brighella. I'm gonna go back to my job now. And maybe I'm gonna pickpocket someone. Okay, I'll see you later.
Hi there. Hello. My name is Pulcinella. Some people like to call me Mr. Punch. Sometimes I am very naughty, I can get a little violent, and I like to drag my knife over the face of my beautiful wife, Judy. I like to help her with her makeup, and she looks so nice with her nice little, tic-tac-toe markings over her face. I play nuts and crosses over her face. I win. Judy never wins. Judy always loses when it comes to nuts and crosses. I can be very naughty, yes. I like to hit people. And I like the sound that the stick makes them dumb every time I do it. I like the thwack and the thwack. It's just kind of cool, to hear the sounds. One thing also I like is I like to play with streamers. I like to play with garters. And sometimes you use guts for garters and streamers too. I like to flag the streamers all over the buildings, and I make them look nice, like Judy's face when she has nuts and crosses. Okay, I think I'll go lie down now. I'm feeling a little tired. Bye-bye from Mr. Pants. It was nice meeting you.
Yes, it is indeed I, the great Il Capitano. Do not worry, mere mortal, if you cannot fathom the brilliance of the great Il Capitano in one sitting. Your mere human eyes cannot possibly hope to draw in the brilliance of the great Il Capitano. I shine like a radiant comet or a jewel plucked from Arabia. There are not too many who can stand beside the great Il Capitano and truly call themselves men of worth. My acts of bravery are known from far and wide across this great country of ours. While just the other day I took on 5 men at once, single-handedly, and beat them all in combat. chess and checkers, that's a different matter. I am not very good at competitive board games, but the great Il Capitano is the most brilliant at fighting men. Any kind of men, short men, wide men, fat men, small men, tall men, war men. I can also fight them as well. The list is exhaustive, it's extensive, it reaches as far as my nose, as far as I can tell lies. Well, sure, I have a few insecurities, this is true. You know, but you don't get to be as great as the great Il Capitano without a few chips on your shoulder, a few knocks against your self-esteem. And yes, I am in therapy, this is true, but the great Il Capitano takes on therapy like no other man. I rush into the room, scaring the poor little psychologist out of his tiny little mind. And then I jump up and down on the couch and I say, oh yes, I'm operating Phaeton level 4. I am so brilliant. I am a great man, but I can be greater. And that is why I go to these sessions. It's a process. You don't get to be where I am without sacrifice. Oh well, that is enough, I think, from the great Il Capitano. It has been nice talking to you. Thank you.
Sorry about that. I just get the very shy and the very nervous when I have to speak. I'm quite often in life shoeless. I'm often without shoes, because Alercchino, my friend, likes to take my shoes to the markets so that he can sell them. I'm always left wondering why I'm still his friend. The only thing I can work out is that I must want to get close to Columbina, and I think that Arlecchino will put in a good word for me with her. Although, what is he going to say. I know this guy without shoes.